Alexa, has arrived or not yet? Rahman Sahib, आपको पाए हैं अच्छा, serious हैं? Alexa, let's begin with the second part of your question.
You got the first part.
Yes.
Hypothetically, if that West, which I mentioned yesterday or some decades ago, had continued as such, and we, even today, were we to learn that Islam and live that Islam from that West, and finally, we have got a message to push far and wide. And are we taking good care as to if we ourselves care to live that message?
That's the second question, not the second part of the first question, is it?
Yeah, second part. And the last thing. Yesterday you were so sweet and generous and gracious to call me over, and that involved me in this question. I thought probably you wanted to participate in this place, so I dug out this question. And today I may sound a little bit impertinent. Probably it is my last evening with you. I would like to say my last prayer right behind you. The reason being, सिद्धा उसी का सिद्ध है, सर्व ही सरफराज है, यार के पाए नाज़नी. Would you complete it? इसकी अदा नमाज.
यार here is meant differently by me.
That's the only friend for all of us who can be a better friend than yours.
The question started with a sort of comparison between the smaller state as found in the European countries, Western countries, two or three or 4 decades ago, and the model state in comparison which was witnessed in the so-called Islamic countries, or the Oriental countries in general. And the inference drawn from this comparison was that some people observed that if you want to see Islam in practice, you better come to the West, to the Christian world, rather than go to the Muslim world. That is in a nutshell the essence of the question, that part of the question which was asked yesterday. And the second part, which is revealed today, deals with this aspect that suppose if that Western civilization, as was found a few decades ago, had preserved in all purity till today, then were we to learn Islam from that civilization? And as the question himself said, it was just hypothetical. So it's only an academic interest in it, not a real interest, because he agrees that Islam, if it is called Islam properly, is no longer in existence in West either. And the third is that we as Ahmadis are regarding the values for which we were created to guard and to impart them to the rest of the world. So as far as the first comparison is concerned, I think Malak Sahib has not done his homework properly and extensively, because without defining Islam, you can't enter into comparing the values of Islam or declaring the values of Islam to be found in a certain civilization. Islam is a wide religion, or a very wide concept. It has relations to human interest, both in this world and in the world to come. It deals with all aspects of human nature in which man can have interest. It deals with the political aspects of human life, moral aspects of human life, individual relation to individual, child relation to the mother and to the father, and the vice versa, concept of friendship, relationship between master and slave, relationship between those who govern and those who are governed, those who are economically well off and those who are economically poor off, those who decide to go to wars and those against whom the sword has been raised. Everything, every aspect of human life is covered by Islam and has been extensively demonstrated by Islam. So, first of all, the question should have dealt with the concept of Islam, and then it should have defined which part of Islam was in evidence. Then if it had been said that were we to learn that part of Islam from there, it would have been a valid question. But to call part a whole first, and then to derive a conclusion based on this erroneous conclusion to begin with is, to say the least, is a very incomplete and incorrect way of approaching a problem. Number two, when you begin to compare things like this, unless you analyze further other aspects which come into this comparison, which emerge as factors in this comparison, you won't be able to clearly visualize the true picture. Let's further investigate the whole situation as presented to us. Number one, Islam is neither found in practice here nor there. As such, whatever we find here is something else that may have some similarities to certain Islamic values. And Islam is not practiced in the East either, because whatever you see there is not Islam at all. So where does Islam come into picture? Just a minute, let me finish. When you were asking the question, I didn't interfere with your question. Please hear me out with patience, and this is also a part of Islam, as I know it. So, what is it which you are comparing? That has to be decided first. Is it Western civilization you are comparing, or is it influence of Christianity which you are comparing? First, that has to be decided. And as I see it, Christianity is no longer seen in practice anywhere in the world as such, because centuries ago, the Christian world had revolted against Christianity, and the new civilization which emerged from that revolt is called Western civilization or Christian civilization erroneously. In fact, for instance, if the teachings of Christianity were kept in mind, that part of the teaching in particular, which even they agree is there, I mean not the controversial part. For instance, if somebody slaps on the one side of your face, you should offer the second one. Now, if this is Christianity and this is Christianity, everybody agrees. Where is it in practice? And it is completely an erroneous idea to consider the Western civilization as a Christian civilization, as it is wrong to claim that the Muslim civilization today is Islamic civilization.